We are back here with some more Pirates franchise action on MLB The Show. So what we are going to do today here is just go all the way through the draft. We're going to get to the draft. We're going to get through the trade deadline. Pretty much, I would say, go through the All-Star break. Yeah, go into almost August, and that's what we're going to do. So a lot of simming happening, a lot of scouting happening in this episode. Get to the draft, and with the number one pick we have, hopefully we come up with the best draft pick in this draft. You know, you don't want to have number one and, lay an egg for sure. We want to make sure we have the best guy available, the best guy out there. I want to take starting pitching. That's really what I want to do. I want to continuously improve starting pitcher, and I love to take multiple pitching prospects. But hey, if the number one guy is a left fielder, second base, it doesn't matter. We're going to take who we think is the best available. And we're just going to do that. So we're going to get to the draft, continue scouting here week after week. So it's going to be a lot of scouting here in the beginning as we go each week. We'll try to go through this a little bit quicker. Also trying to find the guys, obviously, later in the draft because we got a lot of draft picks. You can't just scout for those top picks and then you got nothing down the line, which I have a feeling with this when you got 14 weeks and you can only really do 3 players at a time. And a lot of the times you're just trying to find actual players as well, more players, that those later rounds are still going to be tough. I mean, we have 2 second-round picks, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and obviously the first pick. So it is going to be a guessing game, I would say. Maybe round 4, 5 on, you're going to be guessing. So we still got to scout for later on, and there's a good possibility that some guys we scout that are later on, they're gone. So we just got to do our due diligence for sure. Looking at more players, here's left field. Leonard Lyons. Doesn't look too bad. He's only 19 years old. Good, decent, could be potential. We'll see. And obviously, same thing. The interesting thing is we have a couple scouts that maybe aren't the greatest. And that's kind of how I wanted it this year. Like I said, I think going to year number 2 is where we might sign a couple better scouts going into next year. Maybe put a little bit more money into that area. This year, we're kind of just sticking with it. Obviously, this whole, I would say, coaching staff is probably going to change. Probably a new manager next year, new pitching coach. We're going to just let it as is for right now and go from there. But you can see this lineup. I mean, Nick Gonzalez. We brought him up last time because O'Neill Cruz is out and just not doing too well. 119 average, on base 224. OPS is under 400. I think it's time just to send him back down. Continue to work it out in AAA. I think right now, hey, we gave him a shot just to see, but we sent him back down. Speaking of O'Neill Cruz, man, today, if you did not see it, man, slipped on the plate on a collision at home, and he fractured his ankle. Oh, man, that is awful to see if you're a Pirates fan, and awful just for a baseball fan because he's an absolute unbelievable talent. But then that was a bit rough to see. There was the bench clearing brawl, absolutely crazy. So, you almost got. I was scared when I was watching it first. It was like, man, you might want to get away from him because the guy is, obviously hurt. Trainer's out, and you got to brawl like 5 feet away from him. So I'm glad they at least kept it away. But hopefully he continues. It's just like here. We're missing O'Neill Cruz. He fractured. He's got a fracture in this franchise as well, which is kind of crazy to think about. So hopefully he'll be able to return later in this season. We get to play more games with him. So he won't get a full season in this season either. And hopefully come next year, he'll have a nice, full, healthy season and really just reach the potential that he is, because I just cannot wait to continue to improve around him. Look at Wyatt Machado. He's got a possibility of 99 potential. We'll see. Continue to look through these guys here. Like I said, just really looking for different positions. Right now I'm at the top 100 draft prospects. Looking around. I think we'll finalize scouting there. Continue to move on, and we're going to get to the All-Star break, which is going to be the draft. So here we are. Draft time. As I've been talking over all the scouting as is. And let's head to the draft. Number 1 pick this year for us. Hopefully, if we have the number 1 pick last year, we'll see. But here is right now the queue I have. So you can make a queue just in case that time runs out. It will select the best player possible because you have that 5-minute time limit. You can't pause it like you can in Madden. Once you start, it goes. So you will actually be on the clock. It's going to run down, and you're going to have to make a decision. So right now, Pablo Santana is our number 1. Reed Ridgway is our number 2 guy, but I'm guessing Pablo Santana is probably going to be our number 1. You can see right there, we have the top draft pick, Nationals, and the Detroit right there at number 3. Now, your first 3 draft picks, it's going to give you a little cutscene. It's pretty cool. I like it, adding more elements to the draft, which is obviously very important in baseball, and it's really starting to turn into a huge thing. It's not quite where the NFL draft is, obviously, or in the NBA, but it's still up there because some of these guys, where those 2 leagues, you're seeing the guys probably the first year. Here, you might not even see the guy ever. So, and especially if they're a top guy, you might not see him for at least 2 to 3 years on a best case scenario. So that's why it's not as big as them, but still, it's a big thing. This is how you build, big time guys. So here we go. We're on the clock, and let's get this draft underway. You got Jimdell VR, looks pretty good. I mean, the potential's there overall. He's only 21, left fielder. He's got good power against lefties, not bad. And he's okay of a hitter. Good fielding. Reed Ridgway was one of my, he was number 2 right there. Excellent power. It's just everything else. You can see vision not good, not that great of a fielder, doesn't run very well. But Pablo Santana, 81 to 91 potential, 78 overall, lefty, which is always great. 21, 6'2", got very good, looks like velocity. Walks per 9's very high. Good stamina. Have to work maybe on home runs per 9. But you know what? Let's draft Pablo Santana with the number 1 overall pick. And hopefully he will be the ace of the future of this Pirates team. Who knows? We'll see. Obviously not going to be next year, but maybe, just maybe, we'll see what he ends up being. They still don't release everything until you sign them. So we have to wait till we actually sign the guys before we can see what their overall and potential is going to be. But hopefully he is the guy of the future. Maybe in a couple years. We'll see. Number 2 overall pick is Reed Ridgway, who I thought about taking. So he goes to the Nationals. So the Nationals obviously trying to continue their rebuild after just winning a World Series not too long ago. But they're in full rebuild mode. And then you got the Detroit Tigers here at number 3. Who will they take? And they are going to select Ryan Weller, who is a guy we looked at as well. So we thought about it, but the overall for me was just a little bit too low. I know he's only 19 years old, and he opted out of the doctor exam. So Pablo Santana was our guy at number 1. So we're just going to go through some of these picks and try to figure out where some of these guys were. Some of the guys that I was thinking. There goes Jimdell VR to the Texas Rangers. You can see doctors are saying he was injured. Now, good secondary positions, but let's see. I'm not sure how that's going to play out. So I was a little apprehensive about taking guys that had that injured. I mean, I'm thinking about, are they going to be very injury prone? Like, how is that really going to play out when you continue later on in franchise years? There goes Timmy Bird to the A's. So a lot of our guys there on the draft key are just going to go off the board. Ray Zambrano is going to go to the Reds. Obviously scouted him as well. He opted out of the doctor's exam. I think it's so far. Rocco Reeder. Looked at him as well. You see 100% scouting progress. I'm thinking right now we made the right pick. Like I said, I think Santana was the way to go. Carmine Moreno, guy we didn't look at all. So we're not sure really how accurate that one's going to be. Everybody else up on this list we did scout. I wanted at least this year. I didn't go as deep into the scouting as you probably should. But man, I wanted to make sure that number 1 pick was the right pick. So I didn't mind really sacrificing the later rounds in this year's draft just to make sure I got that number 1 pick right. That's for sure. Medina went to the A's. You know what? I think there we go. Let's just go to our next pick. We're on the clock, pick 42. Now it's obviously just best available. Guys we've scouted. Let's go from there. So you got Will Cousins here. 79 to 91 overall, 65 to 77 overall. The other one's potential. 19 years old, healthy. Let's take him. Pitcher, Will Cousins. I think reality we're probably going to know, more pitcher heavy. Now, Damian Schroeder, I wanted to take at this pick, but of course, he goes right before us. Unbelievable. I was like, oh man, we'll take Cousins and then we'll take Schroeder. Nope. He's gone. So now you got to look around and try to think, what are we going to do? There goes Jay Castro. He's going to the Guardians. So now where do we go from here? So that's what I've seen in this draft here right now so far. If you have guys you want to take them. Because if their potential or anything is high, if they're up there in the draft rank, they will be taken. So you just got to take your guys. Desmond Sexton, a guy we looked at, 66 to 81 potential, 62 to 77 overall. He's only 18, 6'5", very good walks per nine, decent velocity. We'll take him. And I think, let's take him here. He's only 18 years old. So we'll draft Desmond Sexton. 18. There's that doctor exam healthy. I think if you're injured, you can't really progress that much. Tony Lebowski. We don't have anything really on him, but maybe we take him. I'm trying to look at anybody else here. Maybe Israel Cruz. Let's just go Lebowski, and we'll take him with this pick here. 21 years old. We'll see how this turns out. Don't have much on him. Same thing with Chad Waller, who's another guy I'm thinking of possibly taking, and hopefully that potential and overall is more at the higher end and near that 84 and 81. But he's only 18 as well. Center fielder. We'll take Chad Waller with the pick, and we'll see. You'll see how it turns out with this later rounds where we have a lot of guys where we have not scouted, so you're kind of just going on a whim here. Maybe not the best way. I mean, this is new to scouting, so probably just screwed up this draft a little bit, but hopefully we got some really good players. We're going to take Mark Watkins with this pick. We have 100% scouted here. Hopefully, I'm hoping a lot of these guys at least have C potentials. That's for sure. But that's going to be it for the draft. We're going to have to try to sign these guys. It's locks after. We got to wait a few days, and then we can try to sign them. Obviously you have a certain amount of money you can spend on these guys. So I'm sure the number one pick is going to demand a lot of money. Here's the All-Star team. So we have no pitchers in the All-Star game. That's not surprising at all. Let's take a look at this lineup. Anybody in there? We have nobody in the starting lineup. But O'Neal Cruz has made it. He made the All-Star team. See, since returning, he's got 15 home runs, 36 RBI. He's hitting .331, slugging over 1,000. So, OPS over 1,000, slugging .752. And Brian Reynolds is going to make it. Now, the thing about Brian Reynolds is there's a really good possibility that we are going to trade him here. I don't think he's going to be on this team very long. But 2 All-Stars for us. But I think Reynolds is a good possibility that he's going to be gone here soon. Because we're going to try to make some trades. NL is going to win the All-Star game. They win 7-5 there. I really wish I could look at the box score, but it would not let me. So that's what I don't understand that one. So now we have a chance here to sign our draft picks. So we'll see how this goes. We'll see. This is obviously a new thing this year. Last year, you pretty much just sign them to a instant contract that's done. So we have every 3 days here to sign our guys, and obviously that runs out, I believe, the beginning of August. I think that's what it is. So now, can we sign Pablo Santana? You have your different priorities, just like the boards. So let's offer him a contract, and let's see what we got. And you have to hit at least 50% interest, as you saw there, to actually sign these guys. So if you're under 50%, you can't even sign them. So that makes a big difference as well. So we got the bonus allotment of $14.36 million. He's looking for about 6.6. And they're saying a suggested of 8.84 for the slot value for the number one pick. So let's go 6.92 million. See what he does. And he signs. There you go. Pablo Santana, number one pick in the draft, has signed with us. It didn't take much. Just offered a little bit more than his demand, which actually was lower, you saw, than the normal. And he signs, and there you go. So, can't sign Tejada. He's under 50, but we can put him on the board. So you put him on the board. You're not going to be able to sign him, but because of the priority, what we can do is probably put him on the board, and then the interest goes up, and then we'll be able to sign him. But let's try to get some guys done first. Desmond Sexton, up. Let's see. He wants about $868K. We'll give him that. See what if he accepts. He does not accept. He declines. So he declines our third round pick there. So we'll have to wait till next week because obviously that locks out. So you got to remove him and wait till the next week. We go Cousins, Lebowski, Waller. I think maybe our second pick. Let's go Will Cousins. He wants $1.4 million. Let's go 1.54. Let's see if Cousins accepts that. And he does. So Will Cousins is going to sign with us. Only 19 years old. So hopefully he will progress very, very well. So let's continue on here. We got $5.9 million left. Yeah, can't do Sexton there. I guess Watkins we go next. Let's try Watkins. He's got very high interest, 74. He only wants 256. Did we just do that? He declined that one. So he's not interested in that one. He declines. We got Lebowski. We got Waller here left. Actually, Waller's at 43, so we can't sign him there. 482 here for Lebowski. And he signs. He will decide to sign. He is in. So that is good to see there. So yeah, Tejada and Watkins there. Tejada we're just going to leave. So now he's got 80% interest. We continue to move on here. And Mark Watkins has signed. So he signs. And now we just got to advance. Hopefully Tejada and Waller go over 50%. And then we can try to sign them. So we sim forward here a few days. But we're going to go to the trade block. We're going to put Reynolds on it and see what we got. Now, going through these deals, there was some really good deals. There really was. Some of them I don't think the guys... you try to keep it as realistic as possible. There's few things I look for. Are you in a playoff chase? Do you need that position? And the Astros are one. They're offering us Drew Gilbert, Hunter Brown, Joe Perez. So right now, according to MLB's prospect rankings, wherever you want to go, right now Hunter Brown is their number one. Gilbert is their number three. So we get their number one, their number three guys. Gives us another outfielder. Gives us a starting pitcher. But gives them Reynolds, a all-star center fielder, to help them win another World Series. I think this is a pretty decent trade. You know, the salary for him isn't that bad. So I think this works out for both parties. And we're going to make the deal. So we'll acquire Hunter Brown, Drew Gilbert, big pieces there. Hopefully for a future. So next on our list, Carlos Santana. You know, he's an aging veteran first baseman. Doesn't really play catcher. Don't really expect a whole lot here. I'm not really expecting anything at all. Just looking around, see if there's anybody I'm thinking of. And I see J.J. Bleday, former top prospect of the Marlins. Didn't really work out. Goes to now Oakland. You know what? Why not? Now, would the Athletics really take Santana? I'm not sure. I don't know if they'd like to acquire salary like that. I mean, but he's going to be gone after this year. It's kind of just a guy to add to the ranks, maybe a veteran player. Just kind of works out for both parties. So we're going to take J.J. Bleday, bring him on the team. And I'm going to offer up Rich Hill. 43 years old. Try to get him to a playoff contender. Let's send him to a place where he's been before, Boston. And I don't mind acquiring a veteran of ourselves to finish out the season. Adam Duvall gives you kind of a power bat. I think it kind of works out in there. You know, you're not going to really get a prospect we'll take. So those are the three trades we got. We got Hunter Brown, who we will see here in a minute. He will make his Pirates debut. We'll put him in the bigs, see what he's got, finish it off the season, and let's get this one going. Taking on the Los Angeles Angels in Anaheim. We're going to see Trout. We're going to see Ohtani. And Trout and Ohtani, I'm going to tell you what, you'll see their stats here in a minute. They have been absolutely killing the ball. They are the top team right now in the AL West. So they are on their way to the playoffs. I think they're almost around 30 games over 500. They're one of the best teams in baseball. And we're going to take them on here in this ball game. So let's get this one going. Taking on Patrick Sandoval. And here comes Ke'Bryan Hayes to the plate. And he rips this one, but that one is going to be caught over at third. And one away to start this game, as here comes Andrew McCutchen to the plate. Now, McCutchen's a guy I thought about trading, but you know what? I like the season he has had. I like at least a couple veteran presence on the team, and decided to keep him. Keep him on this team. As McCutchen gets a hold of this one, absolutely ripped way back. Trout looking up, but it's going to be gone. McCutchen, solo home run here in the first inning. And hey, that's why I'm keeping it on the team right now. 15 home runs. If he hits 20 home runs on the season, that's really good. He's our leading RBI guy right now. So that's why, keep him on the team. Why not? I'm fine with the trades that we have made. The talent we acquired, in that Houston trade works out. As here comes another guy we acquired. Now, he's hitting under 200, but Duvall, he can just absolutely crush the ball. Not here, though. He's going to strike out, ends the first. And McCutchen with the solo home run. So here comes Hunter Brown to the mound. 2 games last year, 2 starts, under 1 ERA, 2 fantastic starts for him, as now he is a Pittsburgh Pirate, and hopefully he will be a mainstay of this rotation. That's what we're hoping. We are really hoping that Drew Gilbert's going to start in AAA for us, and we'll see him maybe possibly come up. As that's a nice pitch, Fletcher goes down swinging. 1 away here in this first inning. And a man on first for Mike Trout. And Trout's going to swing through. That's nice splitter down low, but look what he is doing. 371, 34 home runs, 68 RBI. Man, Trout's killing it. 1-2 count to him, and he swings through on a nice slider on the outside. Half, strike 3. That's what you want to see from the young pitcher. I'm sure scouted him before being in that kind of same division, but you can see Ohtani, man, these guys back-to-back just killing it. Ohtani having a fantastic season. 0-2 pitch to him. Rips this one, but O'Neal Cruz is there over to second base. Juan Bay's got it, and that is going to be the inning. And speaking of, he'll get this one going here in the second inning. Pitch from Sandoval, right up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. That'll get through. And a little bit of speed on first base. I believe he has 12 stolen bases so far on this season, so maybe we can get up to second base, even though with a lefty on the mound. Give it a shot here. And they're looking for it. They're looking for it as well. As J.J. Bleday, newly acquired player, comes to the plate, we're going to give him a chance here in the bigs. Might as well. There's not a whole lot else going right now on this team. As there we go. That's a really good jump. Throw to second base. Not in time. That's going to be a stolen base. We'll take that one. Really good jump on the lefty pitcher Sandoval, and his, motion to the plate is a little bit slow, as Bleday's going to hit this one to the left, and that is going to be caught. So he's going to have to get back there to second. So 2 away here in the second inning. That's going to bring up Jason DeLay, who is taking over the starting catcher position. And that's just why. He's actually hitting the ball well. That's going to get in the gap. Juan is going to come in to score. On his way to second base. Doesn't have much speed, but the throw a bit off. And that is going to be a 2-0 lead here in the second inning. Nice job by Jason DeLay. Putting it in. 2-0 lead. And let's give the ball back to Hunter Brown. See what he can do here. Try to get a shutdown inning. Man on first. 1 away. Here comes Anthony Rendon. And Rendon's going to get a hold of this one. That one's going to get in the gap. Could possibly score a run. Throw from McCutchen in. And they're going to hold him up at third base. So you got second, third, 1 away here in this second inning. Angels trying to tie this ball game up. 1-2 pitch, and that's ripped. That's going to be caught by Cruz. Nice job there. Hey, 6'7", get that range over. Got it. And it's going to be up to Max Stassi here. Or Stassi, however you want to pronounce it, come through with a hit. But that is not going to happen. Ground ball. Nice play. There you go. Out of the inning. And nothing for the Angels. Nice job getting out of that jam. Brown, 2 on, 1 down. Great job there. It's a man on first, and brings up O'Neal Cruz here to the plate with nobody down in this third. And that one is ripped, and that's going to get through for a base hit. So Brian Hayes up to second base. Cruz over there with a single. He got 2 on, nobody down. And here comes McCutchen, obviously hit that solo home run in the first. Pitch from Sandoval. Oh, man, that was absolutely... You're lucky that's just a base hit. We're going to bring Hayes to the plate, and the throw's going to be a tad bit offline. He's in there. Cruz the third. And that's going to build this to a 3-0 lead here in this third inning, and we're still not done. We did get Cruz in, and now Jack Sawinski has a chance to do some damage, but he's going to hit this one over to first, over to second base, and that's going to be a double play. Now 2 away in this third. Pretty much, I would say, almost an inning killer. Sawinski has really improved, from the early, really bad start he has had. So that is at least good to see. Not that much there with the double play. As here comes Ji-Hwan Bae to the plate. Hits this one over. Could be trouble. Nice play there at short. And he gets him. So we at least get 2 on the board. Nice 4-0 lead here as we head to the third. And Fletcher's going to rip this one. That's going to get down for a base hit. Sawinski up with it. Makes the throw to second. Stays there for a leadoff single here in this third inning. And here comes Trout once again. Struck out in the first. Really nice couple pitches from Hunter Brown. And there it is again. He just does not see that slider here so far. 1-2 pitch to Trout. And look at that knuckle curve. He does not like the call, but it was right there on the corner. Nice pitch. Now here goes Ohtani to the plate, and Ohtani's going to absolutely get a hold of that one. Deep in the gap there in left center. That's going to be off the wall. Blade up with it. Throw to the plate, and no throw actually at all. We're just going to hold on to it. So Ohtani comes out with a 2-out double. Gets the Angels on the board. 4-1 lead as Brandon Drury comes to the plate. Rips this one, and that is going to be caught by Hayes at third. Just the 1 run on the board. And this might be one of the last innings here for Brown. He actually didn't have full-on stamina either, but I wanted to get him into, a debut game here. And I don't mind if he only goes 4s. That's a great pitch. Randone can't hold up, goes down. Yeah, if we can get him through 4 and he only allows 1, that would be really, really good. I don't mind going to the bullpen. But draws a walk there with 2 away as Max Stassi coming to the plate. And, probably should have been a call strike, but you don't want to hang those curveballs up there. Stolen base over to second base, and he's got it in there. Throw a little high and late. So nice steal there. 2-2 pitch. This one's absolutely crushed. And it's going to stay fair for a 2-run shot with 2 away. So those 2-out walks, man, absolute killers. Allows the inning to continue. And now a 2-run shot. And he's running out of gas. You know what? I'm going to give him one more batter, I think, here. Just to try to get out of the 4th. But, man, that kind of stings a little bit because he's been pitching pretty well. Making some really nice pitches. I mean, you see those at-bats to Trout. That's the toughest hitter in baseball. And you're making him look silly. Still a little high on that knuckle curve. You got to be careful with that one. 1-1 pitch here to Fletcher. And he's going to rip this down the line. That's going to get down for at least 2. Now, McCutchen having some trouble out there. He'll get up with it. But that's going to be a double. And you know what? I think that is going to be it for Hunter Brown. I would say, you know what? All in all, solid debut. I can see the potential he has. I'll absolutely take it. So we're going to bring in Mitch Keller out of the bullpen. Hopefully he can really just eat up a lot of innings here. Trying to just at least get out of this 4th. As Ward comes to the plate. 2-2 pitch to him. And fastball got him. Strike 3. So Lease keeps the runner there at second. Hold on to the lead. And let's go to the 5th. Ryan Hayes comes to the plate. 1 for 2 so far in this ball game. He's going to get that one into right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Bring O'Neal Cruz here to the plate. Because, with Cruz with 1 swing, can just take this 1 yard. Get those couple runs back. And he's going to rip that one. That one is going to be foul. Just missed it there. 3-2 pitch here to Cruz. You start Hayes? I think we're just leaving there. Cruz rips it. Base hit. We'll take that one. That one gets through. Hayes will stay there at second base. Yeah, hit and run with nobody down. I mean, Cruz is good enough where he doesn't strike out that much. Probably could have done it. Maybe had first and third for McCutchen, but it's all right. As that one is going to drop in, but Cruz overruns second base, and he's going to be out there at second. Man, I guess he was expecting Brian Hayes to go to the plate, and he stopped there at third. Just a mistake. Man, should be bases loaded here. Nobody down for Duvall. Now, double play ends the inning without even a run. 1-0 pitch here from Canning. And that's going to be easy pop-up back to the catcher. Man, that should have been a pitch he done stuff with, but he was a little bit late on it. Just too late. Fastball low. Now, it's up to Jack Sawinski. He's only hitting 205 with runners in scoring position this year. Not the greatest. 1 pitch to him and gets under it. Just late on the timing. Easy, lazy fly ball to left, can of corn, and that is going to be the inning. So, man, could have been bases loaded with nobody down. Not what you want to see there. So here comes Mike Trout to the plate. He's already struck out twice. And he's going to strike out a third time. Can't catch up to the fastball there from Keller. As Mitch Keller coming into this game pitching really, really well. Man on second base, though, is Ohtani. Once again, he just continues to hit the ball well. But it doesn't matter. Strike 3, fastball swung through there by Gio Urshela. And that's going to be the inning. So I'm liking what I'm seeing from Mitch Keller right now. Let's head to the 6th. Here comes Ji-Hwan Bae. He's going to rip this one. Oh, man, this is going to be trouble. Trying to get a diving catch there and right. He's on his way to third base. Trout's going to have to come up with it quickly as we'll hold him there at third. But, man, if that is even a faster, if that's O'Neal Cruz, that is an inside the Parker. So a lead-off triple, and here comes J.J. Bleday to the plate. So far 0 for 2 in his Pirates debut. Works it to a 2-2 count. Trying to come through with an RBI hit here. And he will! Hanging curveball. Could have done even more damage, but at least gets the base hit. Ji-Hwan's going to come in, get the run scored. We get this back up to a 2-run lead, and let's head to the bottom half of the inning as Mitch Keller just continues to mow down guys here. He is looking very, very good. He really is. And that's going to be a ground ball. Cabrian Hayes up with it, over to first, got him, and shuts down the Angels here in the 6th inning. Yeah, I mean, this is what I wanted to see. You know, a lot of these games, obviously, in this first season don't really matter a whole lot. You just want to see what some guys have, or are they going to be on the team next year? And right now, the way Mitch Keller is pitching, man, another one goes down. And here comes Mike Trout again. And I don't know what's going on with Trout in this game. Does not look good. 0-2 pitch. And gets him again. Mike Trout, 0 for 4, 4 strikeouts. He's got the golden sombrero. Man, absolutely dominating him. And let's head to the 8th. As Sawinski turns on that fastball, 95 high, just misses a homer off the wall. That's what you want to see from Jack Sawinski. Nice job. Absolutely on the money with that fastball. Gets into second base with 1 away here in this 8th inning. And here comes J.J. Bleday once again. Came through with that RBI hit before and has another one, Oppo. Sawinski's going to be on his way to the plate. Up with the throw, way offline, and that is going to be another run. Bleday comes through with the hit. That is good to see. I'm liking these young guys coming through. Especially guys you just acquired. As David Bednar is going to come in for the save opportunity. Now, if you remember last time, he had 2 saves and 5 opportunities. As you can see now, he has 18 out of 21. So he has been perfect since we got the last save with him. He has been outstanding and has really been fantastic in that closer role, trying to get another one here. 2-2 pitch to Fletcher. Gets him, strike 3. Maybe just a tad bit inside, but we'll take the pitch. And it's up to Taylor Ward here to continue this game here for the Angels. Pitch, and that's an easy pop-up. Ji-Hwan's going to be over it. He's got it, and there you go, out number 3, and that's going to be a 6-3 victory against a very, very good team. And give credit to our pitchers. I mean, they pitched really, really well in this game. I was quite impressed. I mean, Mitch Keller, fantastic. Hunter Brown, actually, I know he got knocked out of the game in that 3rd inning, but he pitched really well. And then McCutchen, look at the top of the order. Hayes, Cruz, and McCutchen, fantastic game for them. And even the bottom, Ji-Hwan Bae, J.J. Bleday with the 2 RBI hits, really, really good. And I know we had a lot of strikeouts in this game, but then I look at the stats. We had 16 strikeouts. Keller, 3 1/3, no hits, no walks, 7 Ks. Fantastic game from him. So, we can go back to try to sign guys. Tejada's got a chance here. Let's give him $1.3 million. He declines it. Man. Declines that one, so we can't get that. Chad Waller's under 50, so obviously that is locked. So we can't do anything there. So you're just going to have to advance Try to sign these last couple of guys here. So, sim forward just a little bit. We got a few more days here. Now Waller, we can get a deal done. He wants 423K. It's all from 6, maybe 826. So we almost doubled it. Obviously not quite, but Waller has signed, and it's up to Tejada here. We got 3.01 left. We'll give him 1.64. No, nothing. Okay, he declines. All right. Tejada declines. And we go to now July 29th. Trying to get him signed here. He's up to a 70% interest. We're going to go up to 1.49. 1.49, and he signed. So Mark Tejada has signed, and that should be everybody. I think everybody has signed, and now we can view our draft picks, and we can actually see what their overall is. So here we go. First draft class of this Pirate franchise. Let's see what we got. And Pablo Santana is a B potential, but he is a 75 overall. 21 years old. Love that lefty. Decent velocity. His walks per 9 is fantastic at 77 already. Have to work on hits per 9 and home runs. Ks per 9, not too bad. Still work on that control and a little bit of break, but fantastic number 1 overall pick. Cannot complain. Will Cousins is a B potential, 66 overall. Not too bad. Good, really good velocity. You see 95. Good Ks per 9. Really have to work on the home runs per 9, though, at 30. That's not what you want to see at all. But, yeah, really good arm. He's only 19 years old. That's good. Mark Tejada, C potential, but he's a 72 overall, and he's only 18. Only 18. Can really hit the ball well. Decent power against lefties. 77 fielding. Solid speed at 58. It's okay, but clutch, discipline, that's what you want to see. Already looks like a solid hitter at 18. I think that potential will probably go up for sure. Desmond Sexton, 67 overall, C potential. Same thing. Only 18 years old. Look at that velocity at 96. Walks per 9 is at a 75. So, doesn't really walk guys. Just have to work on the hits per 9. But he looks like he could be very, very good as well. Tony Lebowski, missed on this one. C potential 58. He has 21. Not a very good hitter. But I tell you what, good speed. Fielding's low. But yeah, he can run. We're just going to have to work on his hitting. He's got the okay power. Okay power. Chad Waller, D potential. He is a 68 overall. He's only 18. I mean, very good fielder. Very good fielder. Very good arm. Good speed. Good base run ability. Has really good power against righties. So we'll just have to work on things and then just hope the potential continues to go up. I mean, he's only 18 years old. So he's got plenty of time. And Mark Watkins, he's a C potential. He's a 72 overall. Cannot complain about that last pick. Really good home runs and walks per 9. Hits per 9, not good. We'll have to continue on that. Solid velocity at about 93. And that hopefully will continue to prove with, get up to, 20 years old. Maybe that goes up to around 95. We'll see. But I would say, all in all, a solid draft class. Let's look around and say at some other guys we were looking at because, did we get the number 1 guy? That's what I want to see. Brian Howie looked at. He's a B potential, 69 overall. It's a solid hitter. Solid hitter, but man, his speed and his fielding, not good. But he's only 18. See if anybody else. Let's go Reed. I think Reed Ridgway. Jim Del VR we looked at. He's a C potential. Man, 63 overall. Got really good speed, really good stealing ability, but not a whole lot. Needs a lot of improvement there. Rocco Reeder and Ryan Weller's the guy we looked at. Ryan Weller's a B potential. He's a 65 overall. He's their number 3 overall pick in the draft. So, depending what Ridgway is, he's a 64 overall B potential. So Pablo Santana, we got the best guy in the draft for that, at least in the top there. At least we got that. I'm looking around, and even guys later with the higher potentials, we have the best. Timmy Bird's only a C potential, 68 overall to Oakland. So yeah, we picked the right player. That is always good to see. Now, how it's going to turn out, that's another story. But right now, it looks good. Yeah, Rocco Raider, B potential, 67 overall. I'm liking our pick. I really am. Obviously, lefty pitcher helps out as well. You can see, Richie Andrade, A potential, he's 52 overall, so he needs a lot more help. But good potential there. But yeah, I'm excited about the pick. I think we'll just start him in Double A next year, see what he does. Slowly bring him along. We don't have to rush him along here. But yeah, going through the guys, looking at the number one picks. You got Robert Fernandez is pretty good. A potential, 68 overall, so he's solid. But he is 23 years old, so he's 2 years older than Santana. So we got 2 years on him and a better already overall. Already the potential. Yeah, 75 overall. We got the best guy. That is great to see. Makes you feel a little bit better. You're like, whew. It's a little bit of, you got the number one pick, especially first pick in your franchise, number one overall. A little bit of pressure on you. And I think we passed the test. There's Jim Blackman. He's probably maybe a 72 overall, A potential, but he's a closer. But all in all, I would say a solid draft. And that's probably much going to do it for this one. Tell me, guys, tell me below, what do you guys think of the draft? How is your draft going in your franchise? I think it was solid for the first draft. Getting used to the scouting. Hopefully it'll be better next year. And I think next time we'll probably get almost through the end of the regular season and get ready for season number 2. But that's going to do it for this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the support. Hit that like button. Subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye-bye.